Y'all, you about to check out a dope interview with my boy.
Yes, sir.
He gonna break it down, basically what happened on May 28th that night. We just recapping because I felt like it was important to kind of tell his story so people can really understand what he was going through and what was going through the minds of the protesters and the people who were out voicing their opinions about what's going on into today's society. So
yes, sir.
Check out the interview and here we go.
Yes, sir. Man, fuck that interview, man. We doing this shit for George, nigga. Fuck that interview. We doing this shit for George, nigga. Hell, you talking about? Fuck you, nigga. Yes, sir. Fuck you. Fuck you. Puss ass, nigga. Get the fuck up out of here. Puss ass. Yes, sir. That's us, nigga. Fuck, let me see that. Hold on. Let's go. Go up. Go up. Go up. Go up. Go up.
What's the news?
Go up!
Hey, we're a news
Go up! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! You see what the fuck going on?
Free right low, bitch!
Yes, sir! Pop shit! Let me see it. Hey, I'm finna drop my mixtape called Fuck 12. Do this shit for George. Fuck 12. Do this shit for George. Fuck 12. Yeah, do that shit for George. Fuck yeah. Hey, do that shit for George. Hey, fuck 12. Hey, do that shit for George. 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 Fuck 12. Yes, sir. Fuck you. Yes, sir. I know what the fuck going on. Yes, sir. Turn that bitch out, boy. You know what I'm trying to do. You gotta stop playing with me.
And it has been in an uproar. So many people have questions and concerns, and I just felt like it was so important to tell both sides of the story so that when people are looking at the videos and looking at people's social media, that they don't get it misconstrued. Because I know a lot of times, sometimes, or you know, the way that we think things might come across, they don't really come across that way. So I felt like it was important for us to speak to this young man and for him to tell us, you know, his story and what points he wanted people to like really understand, because I do feel like they could have gotten your message like, you know, lost. Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think like a lot of people got the message that we were trying to get out misconstrued. Like first and foremost, I want to just say this, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't initially come to protest, you know what I mean? I started my day out, I took my girl to Andretti to go out to eat, you know what I mean? And we were probably out to like 10:30, you know what I mean, late. The traffic and everything going on, you know what I mean? We were gonna sit in traffic, so I'm like, why not? Let's just stop by, let's go see, you know what I mean? Because I felt like that was part of history, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like history was being made, like people were starting to stand up for something for once in life, you know what I mean? So we stopped through, you know what I mean? And like, I do comedy, like anybody know me from where I'm from, you know what I mean? They know I do comedy, I laugh, I joke, I find humor in everything. I try to find some type of good in everything, you know what I mean? Even though it was a bad situation, you know what I mean? Like, black people, that's just in our nature, you know what I mean? Like, we have been stepped on and pushed down so long and had to go to the back of the line and all this other type of crazy stuff, to the point where like we adapted to it and we learned how to work with it and become the best at what we were, you know what I mean? So I felt like, you know what I mean, I just wanted to see what was going on and be a part of it, you know what I mean? And when I got out there, the energy, the vibes, you know what I mean, just the people coming together for one cause, you know what I mean, it was like crazy, man, you know what I mean? And I wanted to be a part of it. And the cameraman, you know what I mean, we didn't plan anything, no one planned any of it, no one said, hey, we're gonna do anything to the cameraman or nothing like that. We were all out there congregating, justice for George, you know what I mean, doing our thing, and he kind of came up. He, first of all, no type of telling us anything like, excuse me, or I want to get y'all involved, I want to hear y'all side of the story, anything. It was just more so come directly in, let me set up, check my watch, check my suit, get myself together, like, and you know what I mean, we just
Y'all felt in a way it
We
was kind of
felt in a way
disrespectful.
like it was disrespectful. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And no one really just planned to take the camera and do all of
Right.
that. But like the comedic part of me, you know what I mean? Like after the fact, the camera got taken. It was from somewhere. I didn't take the camera. You know, I mean, the microphone or anything. I did ask for it after the fact.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just wanted to kind of like direct the people's spirit in a different motion. You know what I mean? Kind of get them away from just being outraged and trying to just attack the police and do all that. You know what I mean? I wanted them to really stand for something. Let's all come together and unify. You know what I mean? So that's what it was. Like I said, I do comedy, so I do music. You know what I mean? So that's a big part of me. Whatever I do, like that's gonna come out. Wherever I'm at, it's gonna come out. I can't help that. You know what I mean? And my grandmother always told me, my mom always told me, like, you gonna be somebody, and when you speak, it means volume. People follow you, people listen, and that's what happened. You know what I mean? Like I say, I feel like, to be honest, we're tired, man. We're tired. Like, we done endured so much as black people. So many black people died. You got Sandra Bland, you know what I mean? You got Eric Garner, you know what I mean? You got Trayvon's. Like, look at all, you got so many black people that have been slain, black men, black women that have been slain, and no one has did anything about it. No justice. No one has went to jail or even, you know what I mean? It's like they get paid vacations for killing one of us, you know what I mean? It's like they get a slap on the butt, and you know what I mean? They're out of there, you know what I mean? Us on the other end, the smallest thing we do, we're gone the rest of our lives. It's like they take us away from our people, man, and then it's a problem when we step up or we voice ourselves, you know what I mean? It's like, what's the meaning? No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. We can't get the justice we ask for, is no peace, you know what I mean? And I don't sit here and condone that looting, or I don't condone that messing up the city or messing up black-owned places or businesses or any business, you know what I mean? Because we need these businesses. But at the end of the day, it takes that to step. It takes for people to step up and do things like that, for people to notice and look. You know what I mean? So it's like, how many times are we gonna try to be peaceful? How many times we gonna try to take the Martin Luther King approach about things? You know what I mean? Like, we can't always just be quiet and humble about everything, because it's like it didn't work. It hasn't worked for our ancestors. It didn't work for my parents or their parents. You know what I mean? So it's like, for the young people, the young black people, the not just young black people, for all the young people who unify for the same cause, you know what I mean? It's like our validation, you know what I mean? We get something out of this. Like, y'all might not understand what we doing, but at the end of the day, it's for a cause, you know what I mean? So I feel like we did it for George, you know what I mean? You might not like it, you might didn't think it was cool, but at the end of the day, this is how we chose to vent, this is how we chose to put ourselves out there, and at the end of the day, all lives matter, but black lives matter.
Now, for the people who would say that you are, or shall we say the president has put out that was hood rat moves, how do you feel about that? You know, like, or
I mean, you gotta think, they conditioned us a certain way for so many years. Y'all have put us in certain situations in certain places, and you know what I mean? Like, we don't get all of the things y'all get, you know what I mean? We don't get all the perks of life that I would say the white people get, you know what I mean? Like, we don't get the benefits of life like y'all get, so we have to make do with what we have. And if you feel it's hood rat, or you feel like it's beneath you, or you know what I mean, like, so what? So be it. We live in a different world now, you know what I mean? Like, let us be us. Let our culture be for us, you know what I mean? Like, y'all come in, y'all try to steal and do everything we do, and then call us, you know what I mean? Call us out of our name. It's crazy, bro. Like, y'all down us, you know what I mean? They're like, we don't get any respect as a culture, as a nation, as people, you know what I mean? Like, we're not even human to society, you know what I mean? So it's like, we have to step up and make ourselves relevant, make ourselves known, make a point, speak out, you know what I mean? And that's all it is. Like, older people, they don't get, like I said, they don't get what we're doing. But at the end of the day, I think it's kind of where like we've grown apart from the generations have grown apart, and it's like it's a change. You see the differences, like where my grandma, my grandma called me. She told me I need to take the post down. I was wrong for doing it, and that ain't the way to go about it. And I just feel like, you know what I mean, everyone has a different approach. You know what I mean, everybody is trying to make a statement and make a stand, and everyone has their own approach at it. You know what I mean? So I feel like y'all shouldn't really get upset, or nobody should get upset. And another point I wanted to make: white people, don't get us wrong. We don't dislike y'all. You know what I mean? Like, for years we tried to be buddy cool, just, you know what I mean, all for the cause with y'all. But it's like at the end of the day, y'all don't know when to draw that line and stay there. Either you're gonna fight for the cause or you're not. Either you're gonna be with us, stand with us, and fight with us, or you're not. Ain't no back and forth, ain't no straddling the fence. Ain't no 1 minute you here, 1 minute you there. Like if all lives matter, it's time to show that. It's time to stand up and prove all lives matter. Don't keep being quiet for your job. Don't keep being quiet for a friendship. You know what I mean? Like, if you truly believe that Black lives matter and all lives matter, stand for that. Stand for that. Ain't no more back and forth.
So although the video was it was very hard to watch, actually. At some points I was a little nervous for the cameraman. I was like, Lord, please don't let them knock the man out. But do you feel like your actions and what you did that day will forever be impactful? And do you feel like, you know, in some way you made a change?
Yes. I feel, no, don't get me wrong now. I feel like certain parts of it may have been ignorant and, you know, to the eye,
right,
you know, but at the same time, I feel like it was all for a cause. I feel like I say, Black people, we take everything that we've been through, all our hardships, all of the hard times we've been through, and we make good, we find good in it. So I feel like that was just a defining moment, you know what I mean? For
it was you fed up.
Yeah, like it was a cry. It was our cry. You know what I mean? Like only way y'all notice us is if we do ignorant stuff. If we speak out in these type of ways, you know what I mean? Like, if we come off and it sounds foolish, then y'all tend to notice. Then it's like, okay, yeah, we want to hear and know what's going on, what's wrong with those fools. But at the end of the day, I feel like that was a big moment, because I've heard from people from all over the state, all over the country, you know what I mean? Like, telling me, hey man, I even heard from George Floyd's people themselves telling me, hey man, we watching, we love that. Keep doing it, we love y'all. So at the end of the day, it's like, for my people, I feel like what we did was for a good cause. I feel like it was a good moment in history, you know what I mean? I feel like it'll forever go down. You don't see nobody snatching the microphone from a cameraman. You don't see a group of people, you know what I mean, come together and chanting, Black people in Atlanta all together and not harming each other, not doing nothing to each other, but having fun and doing it for a cause, you know what I mean? Like I said, I didn't promote any of the looting and harm to the police officers or the, you know what I mean, just the crazy stuff that was going on. But at the end of the day, like I said, it was our cry. We tired, we fed up, you know what I mean? It's time to make a stand. All the people that are in like these higher places, you know what I mean? Like all our judges, our officials, our presidents, our mayors, our government officials, I feel like y'all got to step up. It could have been prevented with a stroke of a pen. Y'all could have killed all of this. It wouldn't even went this far if y'all would have just made 4 simple arrests. You know what I mean? Like, and at the same time, I feel like the man who did it, he deserves the same knee in front of the whole world. I feel like he deserves the death sentence. You know what I mean? And it's nothing personal to his family or anything like that, but at the end of the day, a statement has to be made. How many times are we gonna be, like, black people gonna be used as examples? How many times are we gonna be the example for our people and they not be the example for their people? You know what I mean? You gotta set an example. It's time for a change. Like, if we're one, if we all together and we're all one and all lives matter, it's time for a change.
Right, eye for an eye.
Eye for an eye.
In closing, for anybody who might have gotten it real misconstrued or just thought that you were harassing this cameraman,
no.
What do you really want them to understand?
To CBS 46, if I'm not mistaken, I wanna say I apologize if you felt threatened or felt as if harm was coming towards your way, but no harm was meant to be ever inflicted. No one ever tried to touch or, you know what I mean, physically harm the cameraman or the news anchor. We just
got caught up.
We were in a moment like where we were all crying, man. We were crying out to the world, and we wanted to be seen. We wanted to be heard, and that was our chance. That was our chance. You know what I mean? Like I said, yeah, we could have did the right thing in, I guess, the world's eyes. You know what I mean? We could have did the right thing, but at the end of the day, we had to make a statement. We had to speak out. So I feel like George would have been proud, you know what I mean? Even if y'all don't think that, I feel like George would have been proud. I feel like Sandra Bland would have been proud. I feel like Trayvon would have been proud, you know what I mean? Philando Castile, I feel like the black people slain that died, I feel like they would have been proud, you know what I mean? Because we stood for something, you know what I mean? A lot of people wouldn't even do that.
Thank you, my brother. How can people follow you and find out more information about your comedy and your shows?
You can follow me at One Funny Man Mark on IG. You can follow me at DeMarcus Portraits on Facebook.
Okay, so I felt like it was so important that we again tell that young man's side of the story. I didn't want the video to just be all over the internet and nobody really understand what was going on in the minds of the protesters, in the minds of people that was out doing what some call hood rat. Now, I need for y'all to leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you really understood what this young man was telling us. Because funny, Marco, you know, I 100% can understand where he's coming from. I don't really agree with the way that they did it, but I did understand parts of just being tired, of being sick and tired, and just looking past it. So there has to be some way to wake up people, and this was his way. So I still gotta respect it. But thank y'all for watching. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and most importantly, share this video and leave a comment. Please leave a comment, because if you don't comment, you won't see very many videos, because I guess YouTube gonna be like, they don't want them. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. All right, y'all, we out.
Fredio.com.